Yeah, you're working on screen. Yeah, this is Ziggy. Yeah, for premium package, premium study abroad and scholarship support package. Yeah, you're welcome. So let's move ahead. Yeah, let's move ahead. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. Yes, okay. So this is a premium study abroad and scholarship support package. You understand? So we are here to help you navigate all the problems you might have in applying for your MBA for school abroad or your scholarship, whichever problem your visa prep is an end-to-end support that we give to our clients. So we are here again to help you to, you know, understand what we do and for you to avail yourself the opportunity. You avail yourself the opportunity to to get the services. You understand? Because it's I wouldn't advise you to go uh, on a solo hunt for these opportunities because a lot of people from all over the world are also looking for this same opportunity. So whatever you are going to drop must be professionally prepared, if you understand what I mean. It's not something you go ahead and just do anyhow, generic SOP, statement of purpose, or anyhow, resume. You understand a lot of things, that you should avoid, you know. So a lot of things you should avoid if you're going to really stand out in this international stage. Okay, just check it from your state alone, from where you are. Like hundreds of people or 1,000 people are looking for that same opportunity you are looking for, and then the whole country, the whole continent, and the world. So you understand what we are talking about. So when you view it in that direction, if you are really going to show up, you come out well. You come out with your documents well prepared. So that is what we do. That is what we do. So so that is what we do here. We have a lot of people there working, staff that will handle your documents, and whichever problem you are facing, they'll be able to handle it. You understand? So in time past, I've shared a lot of case studies. You understand? I've shared a lot of case studies. You understand that people uh, came to us and they were able to actually get a scholarship. They were able to get whatever they needed. That is a good sign. You understand? So when you work with people and they're happy, is most important. Is vital for us. Is highly vital for us. You understand? So we make sure that if we're working with you, you get the bursts. You understand? So yeah, our package is end-to-end support. We're not going to leave you halfway, like if got an admission. Okay, you fend for yourself. Never. Is we are following you up from one from your SOP, from to your admission, from your admission to visa prep, and everything you understand that is involved is in your package. You understand? So I want you, yeah, to reach out to us through this channel. Once you get to reach out, someone will be able to get you and start working with your documents. You don't need to worry. You don't need to do a one-man hunt for these opportunities. Yes, a lot of people, but that's not the reason to give up, because there are plenty, thousands of opportunities there. You understand? You can actually get something, but you have to come out in time and come out with a good help. You understand? So you come out in time with, you come out with a good help. You'll be able to, you know, get what you really want, because there different scholarship, different opportunities are designed for different people. You understand? So maybe the problem you are coming, or the situation you are coming with, it's not the same situation another person is coming with. Are you getting me? You understand? So he will get this opportunity and you will get that other opportunity. So that's how these things work. That's how they work. So I want you to avail yourself that opportunity. Yes, you might not know everything. Yes, you might be very good in your field, and but this no, yes, we got you covered. If you're not into this, we're into it. Know the ropes. You understand? We can get you something good. Yes, something good. So a lot of people, there are a lot of traps that people fall into, while trying to apply for study abroad and a scholarship and all that. So it's, yeah, a lot of problems. Because maybe you're not knowledgeable enough about the situations. Even though you are not knowledgeable enough, and when you find out you are falling short, or you have a problem, how do you pivot it? So it takes a professionals like us that will look into the problem, look into it, and know how to pivot the whole scenario for you. Yes. So if maybe your grades are not up to international standard merit, it's okay. Okay, do you have industrial experience? If you have industrial experience, that's a winning point. You see, so your grades shouldn't keep you off. You don't. Yes, you have the grade. This grade is not good, but that is not the reason you should dump your dream. Try with us. You understand? Do you have industrial experience? We can, equate that, do some work around it, try to equate your industrial experience to academic merits value. You understand? So I want you to give us that opportunity to work with you. Remember, this is a premium study abroad and scholarship support package. Oh, yes, I must tell you that we have limited slots. Are you getting me? We have limited slots. It's not like we're going to help the whole world. No, it's not. That's not what I mean. Even the universities, they have limited slots. How much we? so and that's, we have limited slots. I want you to grab it. So when you have a dream in a pipeline, you have a dream in a pipeline. So what you do is you'll be moving. You'll be moving with your dream. You'll be moving, and when you meet a wall, a hindrance, an obstacle, you start looking for means, solution. You don't say, I'm done. I'm down. No, no. My community don't. In my community, we don't say we are done. We say, is there a road? Yes, is there a road? That's what we say in this community. So if you're just joining us, this is study abroad and a scholarship package. Yes, yes, premium package. Yeah, we have limited slots. So we want you to give us opportunity, avail yourself the opportunity for us to help you. So yeah, there are a lot of hidden traps. Oh, yes, trying to do all these things. That's why a lot of people run away from it. A lot of people don't even want to start. They don't want to start the headache. You understand? So, this kind of stuff, start the headache and hand it over to us. We have a, yeah, we have a paracetamol. If you're in Nigeria, we have paracetamol. Yes, we have paracetamol to drink for a year. Yes. So it's no big deal. You hand it over to those who can handle it, and that's what we do here. Yes, we give you an end-to-end support package, and our prices are not over the roof. No, you don't need that. We don't need that because we want to, yeah, be around everybody that's applying for this. So our prices are not over the roof. It's something you can still handle. Yes, and instead of spending a lot of application fees here and there, you understand, you spend a lot of application fees, and at the end of the day, some visa officer benches you, bench you. You understand? So instead of risking that, you understand? So it's better you work with professionals that will evaluate every document. You understand? Some people start having problem right from university, from their application to the university. The universal algorithm flags whatever they've come with. Of course, generic SOP, copy and paste. So are you getting me? So that's where they start having problem. We've not even started talking about visa and all that, and no admission letter yet. You don't, okay, you your grade didn't go. So what are you going to do? So this is what we do. If your grade is not going, do you have industrial experience? Do you have industrial experience? That will help us to balance it to your academic metric value. You understand? So maybe you may not be able to handle it. It's no problem. You may not be able to handle it, but we can handle it for you. You understand? We can sit down and one of our staffs, they are well trained. You understand? They are seriously trained. They can sit down and pivot that industrial experience to equate your academic metric value. You understand? So when it gets to the school, of course, most of these MBA schools, they are tailored to industrial experience. They are tailored down to that aspect. You understand? They are not just looking at perfect GPA. No, they are not looking at that. What they are looking for is industrial experience, people that have it. You understand? So if we're able to pivot your CV in that direction, of course you will get something. You get something good. Yeah, you get something good. So yeah, um, okay, let's talk about some compliance traps for visas. Compliance trap for visas. So I'm discussing all these things with you for you to appreciate what we are bringing to you. Is a big package. You understand? So you may not ordinarily have it. most of you, highest you meet with local agents that they are like uh, you must do this, you must do it that way. You some strict guidelines they have stipulated, and if you don't go, and most of these strategies they are proposing is very very expensive, and most people that are trying to go for MBA, they don't have that kind of money. Yes, they don't have that kind of money. They're working hard to better their lives. And you are telling them that they must do PGD and pay for a 1 to 2 years program. You understand? The person, you've killed the person's dream, the person go and sit down and abandon the whole stuff. But that is not what we do. You understand? We give you the opportunity to choose from the varieties of scholarships, give you opportunity to choose from varieties of means, routes, routes, pathways, you understand, so that you get going with your dreams. You get going with your dream. So um, for visa traps, some people go to dump a massive lump of cash into their bank accounts, and few days they're rushing to go and print their bank statements for visa booking. Oh no, that is a visa trap. Okay, is a trap, because you're going to bag yourself an instant refusal. When you get to the immigration officer, it's like, oh, this is a borrowed money. This is a borrowed money. And under on unexplained season money is a no. Yeah, is a no. You're not going to get that visa, because your bank statement has no history of how that money came to be. It's like a money. You understand? So I tell people, put yourself in that shoe. Put yourself in the shoe of the immigration officer. Okay, somebody brings a bank statement. Okay, some huge money there, some huge money, and there is no this thing, history to explain how that money came to be. You understand? So it's just one big money, boom. No history, nothing, no explanation, no affidavit of sponsorship, nothing, no tax documents. It's just the money. If we are the immigration officer, of course you will see this is an unexplained season money. So it has flagged that application. It has flagged it. So that's what people fall into all the time. That's the trap they fall into. And our working with us, once we spot that, we bench your visa booking. Of course, we have to intervene, because if you go there, you fail. We'll bench that visa booking immediately. I will show you some case studies that we work with, and it's so interesting. So, using distance acquaintance or a corporate company as a financial sponsor. Yeah. You use a distant acquaintance, and there is no link, there is no explanation. And this corporate company that belongs to an uncle, that belongs to an auntie, is your sponsor. So the visa officer wants to know, why should a distant relative, not your parents, not your legal guardian, not your spouse, wants to spend so much money on your education? You understand? So the story starts and backs you instant refusal. So instead of all this, we avoid all that. Instead of that, we look for something that we need a way to package you, a kind of a pivot, around your situation. You understand? We'll be able to arrange the problem there is with your documents, package you right, so that when you get to the visa officer, he sees the bank statements, he sees affidavits of sponsorship, he sees tax, he sees the legal link. You understand? So when he see all this, it's maybe he will grant you your visa, zero processing days. He just grants it to you, and you go home. You don't need the headache. You go home and start preparing for your trip. You understand? So all these things, when we are telling people, we tell them it's better for you to avoid all these problems than step into it. You understand? So since there is a way to avoid this problem, why not avoid it? Why go risk a 10 years visa ban from a particular country? So yeah. So what about your resume? Your ATS friendly academic resume? Yeah, I always tell people, please, if you are doing your CV, don't do it like a graphic design project. Yes, don't do a graphic design project. The ATS is not ready to read all those drama you are doing there. You understand? It wants a single column uh, CV resume, a single column layout. That's what the ATS is looking for, and it doesn't want those icons you use to do your stuff. It doesn't want it. What it wants is for you to write words, to read the words, but these other icons and everything that you put, it's going to make it a scrambled text. Yeah, it's going to turn it into a scrambled text. So it's better for us to um, work with professionals, and that's why we are here. Yes, we are not here to play. We are here to really help you. Yes, whatever the problem is, whichever problem you are coming with, somebody will be there to help you. So I want you to reach out to our people, and yes, somebody will get onto your documents immediately, and make sure you get the best. Yes. So there are so many problems that people have encountered. Yes. When they are trying to write, when you're trying to write your SOP, your SOP is a critical document. I don't know how to explain this, because it's when you start applying that you understand this. Maybe you failed an application and you're onto another. That is when you understand that your SOP, your statement of purpose, is a critical document. Yes, in your scholarship application and your school application. Yes, is a critical document that you don't treat it anyhow. You don't treat it in a rush. You have to write well. You have to write around your situation. Okay, I have a case study about a case study of, I will bring it up later, a case study of one of a client that worked with us. You understand? And how we wrote her, we rewrote, evaluated, and prioritized her SOP. You understand? So all these things are important. So let's move on. Let's move on. There's so many things we'll talk about. So without wasting time, because we're not going to sit down here talking every day. So yeah, if you're just joining us here, this is a study abroad and scholarship premium package. A study abroad and scholarship premium package. I want you to reach out to us through this channel and we'll get back to you. So we we've worked with so many people. We've worked with so many people, and interesting to have met and work with all these people. It's interesting, yeah, to have worked with all these people because yeah, it expands our ability to manage a lot of problems that came to us. So I'll tell you about this Halima, 29 years. Yeah. Yes. Halima came to us. She wanted to move abroad, and then she was working 5 years as a clinical nurse. Yes, a registered clinical nurse. That was what she was doing. So, however, she has been doing freelance and studying and doing freelance data annotation gigs. You understand, and learning digital growth strategies. She didn't want to spend her whole time or her whole life being a nurse. She wanted something else. Yeah, people are like that. They want something else. You understand? So she wanted something else for herself. So she started doing freelance data annotation gigs and digital growth strategies to escape the physical burnout of shift work. So it's not easy to be a nurse. So yeah, I understood that from Halima. So she wanted to apply for MSc in business analytics. Yes, she wanted to apply for that. So in Ireland, but she had the zero formal tech education. Yes, she had a zero formal tech education. So yeah, when she came to us, she was like, "Can I do this?" We told her, "Yeah, you can do this." So her graduate transcripts, yes, was filled with biology, anatomy, chemistry, this and that. She was terrified that they will not give her. But you told her, "Relax, relax. We'll see what we can do." So we started working with Halima, and we didn't try when we started to do her bridge narrative, her SOP. You understand? We didn't hide her nursing background. Rather, we used it as a pivot. So we even presented it as her superpower. You understand? So we structured her her SOP to highlight how healthcare is currently experiencing a massive data revolution. You understand? Yes, healthcare is really, truly experiencing massive data revolution. So we framed her experience as managing high stakes patients data system under extreme pressure. You get that? Yes. So yeah, we pivoted it to her experience as managing high stakes patient data system under extreme pressure. So that was what we did with Halima. So, and we went ahead and curated her portfolio We created a portfolio of freelance data annotation projects and digital certifications. You understand? So yeah, it was a real work, but we were trying to get something for her. So that was what we were doing. So we created her portfolio, you know, and placed them as the absolute center of her academic resume to prove that she had the quantitative skills required for the course. So what it got her was uh, good, good, good scholarship. She got a good scholarship and admission. So if she were on her own doing this, she wouldn't have known how to pivot it. But because we have professional staffs, well-trained professional staffs that handle this day in, day out, they were able to pivot her experience, in her SOP. That's why I tell you, your SOP is critical, is very, very critical. So we're able to pivot all these things to look, you know, you know, to help her to get admission. You understand? So there are so many people who had come to us with so many problems. So no matter the problem you are coming with, we are prepared to handle the problem. So that was Halima. Halima got her scholarship, and she was able to move to Ireland. Yes, she was able to move to Ireland for her business analytics. Yes, and data annotation program. Yes. So you are not trapped by what you studied 5 years ago. Hmm? You are not trapped by that. No, never. So global universities love non-traditional applicants. They love it. Global universities, they love non traditional applicants. But you have to build a logical bridge between where you are coming from and where you want to go to. You get that? You have to build a bridge where you are coming from and where you want to go to. So if you're trying to switch, yeah, fields, yeah, don't just send a generic resume. Let us help you package your transferable skills so admission committees see your unique edge. You understand? We help you package your transferable skills. Yes. So it's very vital, it's very important, it's vital. You understand? So give us the opportunity and also avail yourself this opportunity. You understand? So yeah, we have another case. We had a case of Tunde from Nigeria. He graduated with higher national diploma HND in lower credits. You understand? So he was repeatedly told by local agents that he couldn't apply directly for a master's degree abroad without doing a costly 1 to 2 years pre-masters or PGD. Yeah, PGD program first. That was what they told him. Yeah, I mentioned Tunde earlier. So now let's review his case study. You understand? So it was like, uh, really, I have to do that? Yes, they told him, local agents, they are rigid somehow. I'm not saying you shouldn't work with them. Yes, you can work with whoever. Make sure the person can pivot you around to get what you want. You understand? That is the main thing. The person has what it takes to arrange your documents. I evaluate your documents and optimize it for you so that you can you can get what you actually want. You understand? So Tunde had a limited budget and he couldn't afford to spend money on an extra transitional program. You understand? So he needed a direct entry route. He needed a direct entry route and a high chance of visa success. That was what he needed. So we understood that uh, that is your that is his plan. So we started working with him. We first of all we planned for a strategic matching, and that was what we did. A strategic school matching. So instead of traditional rigid destinations, that's here and there, our team matched him with specific universities in the United Kingdom. You understand? We matched him with the specific universities in the United Kingdom and also Germany. Yeah, we took some schools from UK, from Germany, and we tried to match him. And one thing the schools would have is that they will officially recognize a standard HND as equivalent to British bachelor's degree. Yes, so we got a school like that, and the school officially recognizes a standard HND as equivalent British bachelor's degree, and that was for a postgraduate entry, a direct postgraduate entry. So we got what he wanted. So uh, we provided his industrial experience. He had 4 years industrial experience. So we backed that up with his 4 years industrial experience. So are you seeing how we are coming? Yes. So um, we did that. We did the school matching. We selected specific destinations, specific universities, you understand, that would officially recognize a standard HND as uh, a British bachelor's degree. So that was what we did. We overhauled his documents. We reconstructed his CV to place those 4 years of postgraduate professional experience at the very top, you know, at the very top. That's what we want them to see. So we reconstructed his CV that way. We formatted it to prove he already possessed the technical mastery required for advanced academic research. I told you that most of the schools are tailored towards they're tailored towards industrial experience. You understand? So, like yes, I explained that if if um if we were to give a hand over academic research to someone that already have industrial experience, it's ordinarily will come out well. It should it should come out well. You understand? When you hand over, yes, you hand over a research to someone that has had industrial experience, a life experience. It's not theory. Someone that's had life experience. So you give them research. They'll understand, okay, I've passed through this, I've had this experience. Are you getting what I'm saying? They'll say, yes, I've had this experience when I was doing so and so projects. I had this experience. This was the outcome. We lost the clients. We kept the clients. The clients kept coming back. You understand? So these are life experience, and they are gold mine. You understand? So these schools, if you can pivot those industrial experience, they well, and it's the CV is well structured. Of course, it can back. It's always back. It's always back our clients scholarship and good schools. Yes, it's always back them scholarship and good schools. So okay, so I'm looking at another case study. I want to show ya. Yeah, want to look at another case study for you so that you understand what we are doing, how we are doing it. You understand? So well, maybe when I'm talking, you'll be able to understand some things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's coming up. It's coming up. All right. So, guys, so are you there? So, if you're just joining us, this is a premium study abroad and scholarship package. Yes, that is what it is. So, we have limited slots for people and want you to join us. Uh, Avail yourself the opportunity to help us work for you, and you get the best that you need. You understand? So it's not, I do not advise people to go on a one-man hunt. It's so hunt for these opportunities, because there are so many things you may not have taken uh, uh, you've not taken into cognition. You understand? So when you start doing it, you may fall into some compliance traps here and there. So if you don't fall into algorithm, the hands of a university algorithm, you may fall into visa compliance traps. You may have one or two problems. You may even desert your whole dream because someone is not putting you right. Somebody is not putting you right. The information you have is not setting you up well. So we have a team that is working backstage, team that's working hard. If we have a case, we look for ways to handle it. If it's a difficult case, we can even hold the meeting, and we bring in so many solutions. We bring in so many solutions on how to handle these problems. You get me? So thank you. And let's look at another case study. Yes, let's look at another case study. This is also Emeka from Nigeria with uh, over 7 years ago with a third degree in economics. Yes, he faced significant personal and financial hardships, the story, during his university years. So, but since he started working, he had a successful freelance career. Yes, he had a successful freelance career as a remote media buyer and lead generation specialist for international brands. So he has been working with international brands, and he has been doing well over the years. He's gotten good at his job. So along the line, Emeka started wanting to do his MBA. So, but what the challenge he faces is that most academic institutions have strict cutoff. You understand? So he was rejected by multiple standard agents who told him his only option was to pay for incredibly expensive non-degree foundation year. You understand? Yeah, that is the way for local agents. Yes, that's what most of them will tell you to do. Go and pay for a non-degree foundation year, PGD, this and that, and they are expensive. Oh. It's not. It's expensive, and you tell the person that is still struggling, go and pay for this, go and pay for that. So Emeka was like, huh? It's like this thing's not gonna work. So yeah. So he said this is not gonna work. So the support strategy we designed was this: we bypassed the standard rigid universities completely. Yes, we bypassed standard rigid. That was our top of the list of our strategic uh, support package for him. You understand? So we bypassed that. So sorry. And we targeted progressive business schools in Europe and the UK that offer alternative entry routes. You understand? We started looking for progressive business schools in Europe. You understand? So, and Europe and UK, and we got one with an alternative entry route, for mature students with substantial professional achievements. You understand? So that was what we got for him. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to bring up something and it's not coming up. Sorry, I'll get it up now. So we did his we started with his uh, his oh God. We started with his personal his statement of purpose, his SOP. We started with his SOP. You understand? So we addressed his third class grade directly in the first two paragraphs with extreme maturity and conduct. Yes, we did not hide. We did not make excuses. Yes, we brought up his third class grade directly in the first two paragraphs with extreme maturity and conduct. So these are inside our list of supports, for him. So we spend the remaining 80% of the asset dealing with thousands of dollars in ad spend he successfully manages daily. We the weight of his career, we brought it up. Thousands of dollars in ad spend he successfully manages daily in his current career. So the outcome, when they were done reviewing his documents, he was able to bypass pre-master requirements entirely and secured a direct admission into a premium master's program based on professional merits. Yeah, it's a framework. That's what we do. You understand? It's a framework. That's what we do. Yes, that's what we do. So we're able to arrange his documents like that. You understand? We projected his experience, his work. He's able to handle thousands of dollars daily in his career. You understand? So he's a good fit for progressive business institution. He's a good fit. You understand? So he was able to bypass any pre-master's requirements entirely. He was able to uh, bypass all those extra this, that, do that, do this, do that. He was able to bypass it. You understand? So your past academic performance is does not define your future global potential. No, no, no. It doesn't define it. Yeah, there are world-class universities that care more. They care far more about who you are today than who you were 7 years as a struggling student. So if you have third class or low grades, stop knocking on doors that use automated GPA filters. Don't knock on those doors because you can't pass through it. They have automated GPA filters. So such schools are not for you. If you have low grade, you understand. So um let us evaluate the whole thing for you. Let's help you to evaluate your whole document, the whole situation. We have your industrial experience, you understand. We'll be able to pivot and arrange your documents for you. So that is what we do here. So before we continue with our case studies, let's answer 2 questions. My people, my people. Let's answer questions. Are you there? If you're just joining us, this is a study abroad and scholarship premium package. We have limited slots, and we want you to avail yourself the opportunity to get on the international stage with the right package. With the right package. Yes, you are coming out in on international stage. You understand? You are a lot of people are coming out too. You are not the only one that woke up this morning. Yeah, it's a fact. Yes, a lot of people woke up this morning and they're heading to some dream. So you are not the only person. That's why if you're going to come out, you come out well. Stand strong. You understand? So with professional evaluated documents, you'll be able to scale a lot of pits, holes, a lot of traps here and there. You understand? But if you say, let's do a soul man hunt, a soul man hunt, uh, maybe the hunter becomes the hunted. the, the hunter becomes the hunted. You'll be spending money without value in return, without ROIO, return on investment. Did you get that? I don't want you to spend money and not get something. Any money you spend, you get something back. You understand? It's just logical. It's so logical that way. Yeah, it doesn't happen like that. Some days are like that. Yeah, you understand? Some days are like that. So if some days are like that, you bear with it too. Don't come and say Ziggy said, Ziggy said. Yes, some days are like that. If it didn't work, fine. If it works, fine. But I want 80% of the time for you to get your return on investments. Is that clear? So let's move ahead. And I don't know if these questions are coming up. Okay. This question says, I have tuition fees covered. But I don't have an extra $50,000 for proof of funds. Can I borrow money just for the bank statements, print it, and return it the next day? Should I, in case you didn't get the question, let me repeat it because it's a trap, it's a visa trap. So let's read it again. I have the tuition fees covered, but I don't have an extra $15,000 for proof of funds. Can I borrow money just for the bank statement, print it, and return it the next day? Ha, 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 ha. Okay, let me answer you in a very plain language. Is a visa trap. Okay, so the truth is that I see people talking about this hack all over social media. Yes, they talk about it, and it says is the and they say it's the single fastest way to get um they say it's a hack, is a hack. But honestly, I would tell you is the single and the fastest way itself to get a permanent ban from entering the UK. Not only UK, Canada, Europe, all those all those places is the fastest way. If you want to get a ban, just do this. This thing you ask me now. Go and borrow your $15,000 and print it and return it the next day. Hmm? That's the fastest way to get a permanent ban. So I don't want you to be banned. Okay? That's equivalent to almost dropping your dreams. You understand? So please do not do that. Is a trap. Is a trap and is bad. So the visa officer look for a concept called season money. I always talk about this season money because 50% of people we work with have this issue. They are always looking for how to be smart with visa laws. You don't get too smart for them. They have these laws down. If you go against it, they go against your application. Are you getting me? If you go against, they go against your application. So please don't do this, okay? So they will look for this concept, season money. For example, if you're applying to the UK, the visa processing algorithm checks if that money sat untouched in your account for at least 28 consecutive days. Yes, we had there was a case study like that. Don't worry, after this, I will share that case study. You see what we did with him. You understand? So that you will learn more. You understand? Yes. So the their visa processing algorithm checks if that money sat untouched. That's the first thing it's gonna do for at least 28 consecutive days. So if then the sudden your $15,000 now drops into that account, you understand? It will trigger a red flag immediately. Yes, it trigger immediate red flag. The embassy will demand to see the tax receipts, salary slips, or asset sales. Are you getting me? They will They will start demanding for all these, your salary slips, your tax receipts, your asset sales, and all that. That will justify that massive deposit you just did. You understand? So if you can prove it, you get rejected for financial misrepresentation. Are you getting me? Yes, you get rejected for financial misrepresentation. So it's a big trap. Don't even try it. Are you getting me? Don't try it at all. So don't it could lead it could amount to 10 years visa ban. Oh. Yes, if you try it, it could amount to, forget these things all over YouTube. If you try it, it's 10-year visa ban. I'm telling you. So don't use all those sketchy bank statement tricks anymore when you're applying for visa. This thing, don't do it, please. So in our package, we look at your actual financial profile and help you build a legitimate, legal, compliant sponsorship strategy. So that is what we do. You understand? We help you to build a legitimate, legally compliant sponsorship strategy. So whether that means getting an official uh, uh, an official this thing, or verifying an extended family sponsor. You understand? Whatever it means, but that is a part of our rescue strategy for you. Our rescue strategy is that we are going to do a affidavit of sponsorship, a legal one, and we're going to build that kind of sponsorship strategy to cover whatever you are coming with. But that money has to sit in that account 28 days. You don't just put money and rush to go and get a bank statement. Don't do it, my dear. Please, don't do it. It's not, it's going to earn you 10 years visa ban. You understand? Forget all those things they say, la 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 la. It will get you 10 years. 10. 5. So please don't try it. Thank you so much. Um, if you are working with us, we are going to arrange a sponsorship strategy. Yeah, a legitimate one for you. So that is what we do. Yeah, second question is coming. Let's get to it first. So, say, if I am applying for a fully funded global scholarship like Erasmus scholarship or Chevney scholarship, what is the exact formula for writing an essay that actually wins the funding? Well, most people write their scholarship essays like a sub story. Yes, they write their scholarship essays like a sub story or a high school diary entry. That is not what is required. You understand? That's not what is required. So be listening. I'm going to kind of break it down as much as I can on the screen. You understand? So your review committee, yes, they wouldn't award millions of dollars based on PTO. Yes, they wouldn't. They wouldn't award millions of dollars based on PT or according to your sub story. You understand? They're not interested in that. They will award that's scholarship or funds based on return on investments, based on RIO, return on investments. They're not going to award millions of dollars based on a sub story. Nobody's going to do that for you. You understand? So the if you are going to if you're going to write an essay that will win a funding in your SOP, so it has to follow like this. It has to, you have your problem. What is the problem? The specific developments, economic problems, or operational challenge in your home country. Are you getting me? What is specific problems that you can see or think about or can research, or there is that you know that you've gotten involved with, or operational challenge or economic or the developmental problems in your home country, you know. So these are the things you are going to get. You understand? So, and how exactly with the specific modules in this international masters or MBA, how will the modules help you to or equip you with technical skill to solve those exact problem? So are you getting me? So the masters you are going for, hmm, those specific modules there, what how will it equip you to solve the problem back home in your country? You understand? So that is the second part of the essay. And the third part is, what is your immediate 5-year plan when you return home? You understand? So what is your immediate 5-year plan? That's how you are going to cap it. Who will work with you? And how will you deploy that international knowledge you have gotten to create measurable local change? Are you getting me? So this tree problem, what is the problem the country, your home country has? What is the academic solution? What are you getting from the international MBA? And what is your 5-year plan? What is your 5-year plan on how to solve this this problem? Who is going to work with you? How will you deploy the international knowledge you are going to gain? You understand? So these are the three actionable means of writing your a winning what did you call it? A winning this thing essay yours on your SOP. Yeah, that is how you are going to win. If you can combine these aspects three aspects of the problem, of these actionable points that I gave to you. Yes, that is when you can have a reasonable SOP that someone can read and say you are ready. But if you write one generic SOP, the algorithm will flag it first. You understand? So if your essay doesn't connect these 3 points, your application goes straight into rejection pile. Your essay must have these three points. So writing this narrative alone is incredibly difficult. So you need us, you will need our premium document support service to do this for you. So I want you to reach out through this channel and we'll get back to you. You understand? Reach out to us and somebody will be on his way to help you. You don't need to go write this by yourself. You might not really get it. There are so many things that will come in hand. There are so many things that will evaluate. A lot of things will bring in here and there regarding your situation, regarding your documents, what you have. You understand? So a professional is a professional person. Yes, a document person will handle it and bring out what we want, the message we want to sell for you. Did you get that? So get in touch. Yes, get in touch through this channel. Yes, will get back to you immediately. So thank you so much. So more questions are coming. Let's answer them. Then we go back to our case studies. Okay. Yeah. All right. So it's saying I see a lot of free information online. So why should I pay for a premium study abroad and scholarship support package instead of doing it all myself? That's cool. That's cool. I love that. I love that. Yeah. So what you there are a lot of free informations online. So why should you pay for this package, right? Okay. So yeah, yeah, you can let me tell you what free actually costs people. Yeah, when you make a single mistake. Yes, let me tell you what free actually costs people. You understand? So um I want you to kind of frame the cost of your service. You understand? Yeah, let's do something practical. Yes, I love answering this kind of question with with practical action. So we frame the cost of your service. You know, let's say that it's going to cost you dollars, X amount of dollars to get our service. You understand? So against the massive financial loss of a failed application, whether visa application or school application. So I want you to weigh the two. Yeah, are you doing that? Yeah, good. If you weigh the two, then we'll talk, or rather, let's talk um for the sake of our audience. So the hidden expenses of doing it yourself application, you understand, is enormous. Is really enormous. You understand? So your so sorry. How have you been able to equate that cost, or kind of put it across each other and look at what you have? You do your DIY application and the hidden expenses versus the cost of this premium package. You understand? So I want you to kind of um, view the difference. So yeah, the wasted fees, university application fees cost between $50 to $150 per school. You understand? So yeah, your visa application and your health insurance surcharges can easily top $1,000. You understand? So if your visa is refused because your documentation was incorrectly formatted, none of that money is refundable. So you lose it all instantly. Did you get me? So yeah, I know you are doing the calculation there. So I'm doing my own here. Yes. Yeah, application fee $50 and $50 to $150 per school. I don't know how many schools now that you have you applied to. Are you getting me? So your visa application fees and health insurance surcharges can easily top $1,000. You understand? So if then your visa is refused, so all this money they out what non they are not refundable. You add all this money together, visa application, application fees for schools. When you add this all this together, so um, it's gone because something went wrong with your application. But you are spending this money and you have a professional like us, our premium package, handle it end to end for you, and you get your you get approved. Your visa gets approved and you get your admission. You understand? So all these things, if you gain all the money, at least you spent for something and you got it. You understand? But here you are trying to run away from a premium package that would have helped you to prepare well. You understand? So you encounter the hidden expenses and still you lose. So I want you to, when you equate the two, you understand, when you equate the two, and it's not only the money. We are talking about the money now because I wanted it to be practical. I wanted it to do a fast calculation, on a sheet of paper or right there in your brain. You'll be able to do it fast. So the cost of time, what about time? You understand? You missed, if you miss a tight scholarship deadline because you were confused about an ATS resume layout. So you have to wait an entire calendar year to apply again. My dear, that's 12 months. 12 months of delayed career growth and lost international income. So are you getting me? Yeah. So that is a very big problem for you. So it's nothing to be, there's no way we can start putting one against the other. It's not a matter to be discussed. So paying for your premium package is always the best. That's why I said avail yourself the opportunity. You understand? Avail yourself the opportunity. So I want you to think about it. Yeah, my friend, you have to think about it. Yeah. Would you rather spend months guessing online, running from one YouTube video to another, and risking a permanent visa refusal, or would you rather let us handle the heavy lifting from A to Z? Yeah. So remember, our slots are strictly capped for this cohort. Yeah, get to us through this channel. Yeah, or you can comment flights. Somebody will get back to you. Comment flights. Somebody will get back to you. Yes, thank you. So there's so many problems. Yeah, you can send in your questions. We'll get back to you. There's so many problems that arise in this. It's just a small thing, but if you don't do it well, it poses a lot of problem for you. So it's not. I don't want you to always want to do it yourself. You will lose money. You will lose time. You understand? You wait an extra year to come back to start doing this again. So I don't want you to face all that. I don't want you to face all that. You understand? Yes. So David refused. Sorry, David. This a case study. David received an unconditional admission letter for an MBA program. So sorry. We've gone through this before. So let's talk about something else fascinating. Yes, let's talk about something else that's fascinating. I have this case of Amara. Where is it? Yes. So she had a second class lower 2-2 in her undergraduate degree. You understand? But possessed over 3 years of experience. Yeah, 3 years of experience in data operations and performance marketing. You understand? So she assumed the top European universities would automatically reject her this thing, reject her applications. So she came to us, or somebody directed her to us. So we started working with her. We asked her to send in where her documents. So she sent them. Yes, or for a fact, her academic transcripts didn't meet the baseline for 3.5 or 4.0 GPA requirement for standard merit scholarship. It did not meet it, yes. So, but we were not done with her. We're still working with her. We overhauled her resume into an impact first single column ATS layout. Yes, we framed her daily workplace place tasks into scalable assets management. Yeah, are you getting me? Yeah, we also rewrote her statement of purpose using grit and growth framework. Yeah, we explained her early on the growth grades as a learning curve while proving her current technical mastery using data-driven workplace uh, milestones. So the outcome is that she secured admission and a fully funded 1,400 euros on Erasmus Joint Master Scholarship in Europe. Yes, she got a good scholarship. Yeah, she got a good scholarship for herself. So, if any of these scenarios look like your current situation, if you are confused about your proof of funds, you are struggling with a tutu, uh, you don't know how to format your CV for an ATS, do not guess and risk a permanent visa refusal. Please, we have limited slots available for our premium study abroad and scholarship support package. Yeah, you can come and fly there and somebody will get to you. We'll work with you and solve these problems. Okay? We work with you and solve these problems. So yeah. Yeah, let's take another question. Yeah, are you still there? If you're there, comment flights. Comment flights. Yes, comment flights. If you're there, comment flights. Yes. And where are you tuning in from? Where are you tuning in from? I want to know where you are tuning in from. Yes, I'm interested. I want to know you. So we had Fatima. Yes, she was a mid-level human resource specialist and mother of two. You understand? So we wanted to. She wanted to pursue an MBA in Canada. She wanted to also go with her family, with her husband and her two young children. So, so it was a visa for the entire family at the same time. Maybe an open work permit and a visitor visa. You understand? So applying as a family unit is one of the highest risk of visa strategies. So immigration officers frequently refuse such applications under the clause that uh, I'm not satisfied that you will leave the country at the end of your studies. You know, that is what the immigration officer would tell you. I'm not satisfied. You leave the country at the end of your studies. So, assuming the family is trying to permanently relocate illegally without deep ties, uh, you know, they will assume the family is trying to permanently relocate without deep ties back home. So the support strategy we welded around her case was what that we designed a meticulous compliance strategy that proved extensive, irreversible economic ties, to our home country. We included documented family-owned real estates, active long-term investments, and a formal sabbatical and study leave letter from her current employer. You understand? To guarantee uh, that can guarantee her job back upon graduation. You understand? So these are the things, yeah, these are the things we got along. So instead of just showing the bare minimum regulatory proof of funds for a single student, we structured her financial statements to show a robust surplus that accounted for family health insurance, upfront housing deposits, and childcare realities in her destination province. You understand? The that was what we did. You understand? So you don't have to choose between global education and your family. You understand? So you can apply to study abroad with your spouse and children. Okay, you can do that absolutely, but your proof of funds and your home ties must be twice as strong. Are you getting me? Yes, it must be twice as strong. So if you don't structure your family's immigration narrative perfectly, the visa officer will reject it. He will reject the whole file. So you have to structure it perfectly. Yes, you have to structure it well, and it has to be very strong. So don't guess with your family future. Don't guess with your family future. Let us compliance specialists handle the framework for you. So that's why we are here. We compliance strategists. Yeah, will handle it for you. So you don't need to worry. You understand? So Um, a lot of problems will arise in the journey. Yes, for the fact you are moving in with your plans doesn't mean that no problem will come. Problems will come, but how are you prepared to handle the problems that will come? You understand? So this one is not a professional advice. It's from Grandma Tales. So how prepared are you to handle problems that will come? You understand? This one is grandma from Grandma's Tales. This one is not professional advice. So how are you prepared to handle the problems that will come? You understand? You are moving on with your dreams, your plans, you have started applying. So you start encountering problems instead of risking uh, paying a lot of money in application fees, visa booking and all that, over $1,000. You understand? And at the end of the day, you lose out. So I don't want you to lose your money and bench your dreams. So give us the opportunity to work with you. You understand? You work with you and solve all these problems, all these hidden problems with you. So I want us to do a live exercise. I announced it the first time I came online. I want you to send us your GPA, your class of degree. Send in your GPA, your class of degree, and your target country, and we'll look it up and tell you if you are qualified for a if you are qualified for a fully funded scholarship abroad. Yes, international scholarship, a fully funded international scholarship. So drop in your GPA, your class of degree. Yes, drop it on the in the comment section, and we'll get back to you if you qualify. So if you qualify, of course, we'll tell you immediately, and we'll tell you how to go about it. Yes. So I want us to do that practical stuff now. Yes. We've been talking and talking and talking and talking. That is doing and doing and doing. Yes, let us do something. Hi, Marvelous. You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome. Yeah, I've been talking for a long time now. Yes, yes. So we want you to drop us your GPA, your class of degree, and your target country. We'll look it up now and tell you if you can get a fully funded international scholarship. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, somebody will tell you. Yes, somebody will get back to you immediately. So let's handle two questions again before we continue to roll. So are you rolling with me? Yes, I know. So keep rolling with me. Yeah. So this person asked if he can use a family friend or a distant relative as a financial sponsor for my student visa. Yes, I get this kind of question a lot of times. Yes. If you're going to do that, I will tell you an honest truth on first hand that is a major visa trap, but it depends who is handling your documents. Is that clear? Yes, it depends who is handling your documents. So if your sponsor is not a parent, a legal guardian, or a spouse, the immigration officer will want to know why a third party is willing to spend thousands of dollars or whatever on your education. Yeah, they want to know. You understand? So if you must use an extended relative, you need a flawless, listen, a flawless, legally binding sponsorship narrative. A flawless, legally binding sponsorship narrative. So we provide all the specific advisory framework for our clients. You understand? We ensure that your sponsorship ties are bulletproof before submission. Did you get that? Yes, you have to provide this legally binding sponsorship narrative. It's not carelessly written. It's not something you just carelessly write. It has to be legal. You understand? Yes. The sponsor, the affidavit of a sponsorship will like link the sponsor. Yes, it will link the sponsor to you legally. You understand? Because the person is not your parent, it's not your legal guardian, and it's not your spouse. So the visa officer will want to know why this person is spending that amount of money on your education. So so you need a document to back you up. Yes, you can get a scholarship. You can get a scholarship. Yeah. What do you have? What is your grade? Can I know your grade? Yes. Which country do you want to go to? Yes. So all these things comes into play. If your grade is good or is not good, do you have a industrial experience that that can help us to match up with your grade and get you an academic uh, value metrics? You understand? So if you don't have this, do you have that? You understand? So all these things are what a specialist, a compliance specialist will handle for you, and that's what we do. You understand? So you can get to us through this link. We'll work with you. We see your documents, know what you have, and solve it for you. You understand? So yes, everybody can get a scholarship. It depends on who is handling your documents. There are people that have had industrial experience 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, but their grade is low. We can pivot that, you understand, to get them something. Okay. So if it's not that, we can also look for specific uh, routes, the specific institutions, specific countries, you understand, that will understand, that will play along with your situation. You understand? So there are so many countries offering scholarships. There are so many schools. There are so many situations. There are so many scenarios. You understand? So it depends on what you have. You understand? So if we have your documents, and we will know the problem you are having, you will know how to curate a solution to your problem. You understand? We evaluate your CV, we evaluate your SOP, we do a good job with a good job of going through places where you are strong and places where you are not strong. You understand? We balance all these things to give you an opportunity. So, yeah, that is it, my friend. So, using a distant relative is not completely out of the question. Is being able to handle it. Can you get all the documents that will support you for your uh, visa appraisal? For your visa appraisal. Okay. So the second question says, what does season money mean when presenting a bank statement to immigration? Yeah, I answered this question yesterday, but let's still go through it again. So, season money is the required proof of funds that sat securely in your bank account. Did you get that? That money that the immigration laws said it should sit in your account for 20 consecutive days for those going to UK, for 3 to 6 months for those going to other countries. Several different countries have their different means. You understand? They have their own different compliance laws, visa laws. So any country you are going to, the visa officer is going to look up with the law of seizing money. So he will know if this money has sat according to the regulations. If it has sat enough time and there was no fluctuation, there was no problem, there's no massive dump at any point. Earlier on, I explained how a client was planning to go and dump $15,000, because the seed money she put was fluctuating. So she needed an extra $15,000, to continue. So she wanted to go and borrow it, dump it, and go and print this thing. So fortunately for her, she was working with us, so we kind of stopped. We benched that plan, so she didn't move as she wanted. So a massive deposit before printing your statement account looks like borrowed money. You understand? It looks like borrowed money to the visa officer. So it usually triggers automatic refusal. Yeah. The documents, marvelous. The documents you need to bring to us is your GPA, your transcript, your school transcripts. That is one. If you are written your SOP, your statement of purpose for the university you're applying to or not, you tell us. We will know the schools you're applying to, or you want us to start to do even school matching with you. Yeah, wherever you are, we'll be able to take it up from there for you. Yes. So these are the documents. So the about the season money, this one is the visa uh documents, your bank statements. So if your bank statement is just printed just few days after depositing a large sum, like you go and pay in the $15,000 into your account and rush to go and print your bank statements, the visa officer is not going to take it. He's not going to take it because you have to. There's no history of how are you going to provide assets sales documents. Did you sell any assets to have that kind of deposits? Do you have salary slips to explain that deposit? What did you do? Unless you have something to prove it. But if you don't have anything to prove what you did to get that kind of money into your account, the visa officer will like, this is borrowed money. It's called unexplained seizing money. That's what they call it. So yeah, I've explained that so much, and we'll continue tomorrow. I want you to be here, yeah, this time tomorrow. We'll also explain some other deep problems and answer any question. So if you want to contact us further, go through this channel, leave a comment, talk to us. Of course, we'll get back to you. So if you want us to start working with you, send in your documents. Send in your documents and we'll start working with you, whatever it is, whatever problem you are facing or wherever you are in your application. Is this school application where is where you are? You need us to do your SOP, your CV, your whatever. We'll do that for you. So wherever you are, it's an end-to-end. Yeah, marvelous. Yeah, it's an end-to-end package. So thank you so much for being with us. We enjoyed working with you all. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, love you.